How's it going, YouTube? Chris here at Monolith Theater. Got a brand new video for you today. As you can see, we got some amps we're going to be reviewing. We have the Outlaw. It is the model 220. This is the monoblock amps at 200 watts for one channel. That's in 8 ohms. Not sure what the 4 ohm rating is, but we know that's going to be more. But we'll be running 8 ohms. So let's unbox this bad boy. And we got 3 of these amps, by the way. So, all right, that's cool. It is double boxed. And we're going to open the other box. And all kind of goodies right off the top. Oh, they got it taped real good. All right, so first thing, got your paperwork. It's just talking about warranty and stuff. Here is your owner's manual. Very heavy gauge power cord here. Let's open this and look at it. I say very heavy gauge, it's about normal size. So there we go. Let's set this on the floor and unbox it. Has foam on the sides of it. To be a monoblock amp, it is got some weight to it. We'll look over the specs here. So this is your front. That's your front. And you don't have a power button on the front. It's just a power light indicator. It says Outlaw, the model 220. And on the back, I love their binding post, their speaker connectors. I love it. You have XLR, you have your switch, you have your RCA, you have your trigger cables here, and you got how you want to run your triggers. Here's your power button. There's ground. That's where you put your power plug at, and then you got a fuse. And like I say, it does have some weight to it, guys. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. Got 3 of these. We're going to unbox them. The other 2, and we're going to stack them on top, and then we're going to talk. All right, guys, so here we go. Back. Got all 3 of them unboxed, stacked up. Very good looking amps. I love how they look. And the specs are, they're 200 watts into 8 ohms, and they're 300 watts into 4 ohms. Total harmonic distortion is 0.05% at rated output. The signal noise ratio, 112 dBs, A weighted, which is pretty cool. Should give good clean sound. And they weigh 16.5 pounds, which I swear they felt like they weighed heavier than that. But that's still a good solid amp. And they have a very big, you can see the coil in there, whatever you call it. It's in there, looks good. Very good plate. It looks just like the 7000X that I got as far as the front plates, other than it don't have the power plug, which is, I don't know, that's just something a little different, and I guess it's okay. So here you go. Here's a closer look at what we got. So you have your XLR, got your triggers, RCA, got your trigger mode, and I absolutely love these speaker outputs. I do. I think they're good. Here is the power buttons, which I wish they were on the front, but I guess, hey, yes, that's all cool. I don't ever turn mine on and off anyway. And then there's your power, your fuse, and then you got your ground. So all of them are exactly the same. And these will be powering my LCR. I'm trying to figure out how to put them in here actually. I do have a home theater in my living room, so I may actually hook them up in there. I got the Polk Audio RTIA9s, and I have the Polk Audio CSI6, and they could really stand 200 watts. So that is a cool looking 3 amps. So they should perform very good, should sound good, shouldn't give any issues. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So we will get these hooked up either here in the dedicated theater or in the living room. Once I try to figure it out, I was trying to look at space in my rack, and I took the other amp out here. I just measured and I don't have enough room. Even if I took the AC Infinity fan out from the Monolith, still don't have room. Dusty. So there's the Outlaw, the Model 7000X. Fantastic amp, running my Atmos. And then those are running the front wides, the Monolith. But Outlaws, it's a great looking amp, man. Can't complain about it. So I'm gonna try to figure out exactly how I can gain some more space. I don't know if I can gain any space in this rack. So those amps are they're basically 3 inches tall each. Let me look at because I just measured them, it's 9 inches total. So they're 3 inches tall, 17 and a quarter or 8 wide, and 13 and an eighth deep. So it's kind of a compact size or normal width and depth. I know some amps are deeper and stuff, but very, very good looking amp. So we're gonna get these things hooked up either in here or in the living room setup, and we're gonna get these things to test. So we'll be back. All right, guys. So we got these things hooked up. Now there's not good lighting in here, and my equipment rack is a mess. This is the only way that I could get these amps hooked up. I could not use them in my dedicated theater. I have no room left in my rack, no way to move stuff around. So of course I brought them in here because I have the RTIA9s, and the only power that I was getting was this Pioneer Elite. So and the way I hooked them up is the Pioneer, of course, they don't have XLRs, so it's just RCAs, and the Outlaw has the choice. They have XLRs and RCA. So I just took a RCA cable, hooked it into the back, and then hooked my speaker into it, and then there you go. Now let's just say your processor doesn't have XLRs, and you don't want to have to run RCAs and so forth and so on. So what you would do is you could buy this little adapter right here. So if you just didn't want to run RCAs and you wanted to keep your existing XLRs that are already in your rack, and you just didn't want to have to buy new cables or run new cables, take them out. You know, when reviewing equipment, a lot of times we just have to do certain things. So they make this little adapter, and you plug this in, and then you plug it into your processor, or either way. So I used that on the RCam. I did not want to run all RCAs all the way down and have to go through my rack. So that's an option. If you, like I say, because I had the Emotiva in there, it's all XLRs, and my amps are XLRs. And then when you put a receiver in, they don't have XLRs, then you could go this option right here rather than having to rewire everything. And these little pigtails are not, I don't remember how much they were. It wasn't much a piece, but that's an option you can use. I didn't have to use that here because have the RCA, and of course this RCA. So I just took a 1 foot monoprice RCA cable and wired them all up. Now, the difference in the sound quality since I've got off of the Pioneer Power. Now, I don't remember what the wattage was on this thing. This processor, I say processor, it's this receiver. I've had this thing since it come out. I don't remember when that was. Maybe it was 2020, 2021. No, it had to be 2019, 2020, somewhere around in there. So I've had it for that long, and as IMAX enhanced. And in my first theater, I had all amps on it except for the height speakers. I used the internal power. But you know, these things run out of steam, especially when you got speakers like this that are not very efficient and they handle 500 watts. So when you hook up a monoblock amp or whatever, Outlaw or whatever name brand, you're going to get a lot better sound. Now, when I hooked it up and turned these on and started playing just doing some demos, sound quality is amazing. It definitely gave you more headroom, gave you more volume, clearer sound. It's just better. I wish, you know, that I had a XLRs, because XLR is going to give you a touch better on the sound. You know, these RCAs are unbalanced. These are balanced. More shielding and stuff should be better. But I am very pleased with the sound quality, and we're going to be doing some more demos with this system. I've got, I just contacted SYS racks, and we're going to get a different rack in here. These amps, they've been hooked up for a few days, and I know they're stacked. There's a little space in there, but they're not hot. They don't run hot. But when I get the new rack in, I can separate them, and it'll be better. I have a little bit more separation on them. So far, so good, guys. This model 2220, 200 watts times 1. Like I said, I'm running on the LCR, and it's amazing sound, guys. So we will definitely keep you posted on this. We will let you know if we have any issues. So far, none. I've been spending a little bit more time in here since I moved everything around, and we're going to be doing some more changing in here. I'm looking at 85 is going to be pushing it. 75 will be perfect. I really want the 85. We're going to take these height speakers down. We're going to use these as side surrounds here. I'm going to get some speaker stands, and I'm actually may even put the other two on speaker stands and use these for something else. I'm thinking about that, but I am putting in ceiling speakers in. So some changes are coming to the living room setup, and somebody made a comment, why hasn't this been on the channel a lot more? Well, it just hasn't been a good setup in here until now. So anyway, I don't want to, you know, we're talking about the Outlaw amps, but I like to throw extra stuff in. But so far, guys, the Outlaw, the model 2220 monoblock amps, they are phenomenal, guys. I absolutely love them. Good sound quality. I don't hear any buzzing, no noise. Same with the 7000X that I have in the theater that I'm using on the height speakers. No noise, perfect sound. I have no issues with Outlaw. But I would ask, I know they do the monoblocks at 200 watts. Can you guys do a 7-channel at 200 watts times 7? Can you do a 9-channel, 200 watts times 7? I know the price will be up there, but guys, I know you can be competitive with these other manufacturers. And you get a 7 or 9-channel amp for around $2,000, 200 watts a channel for around $2,000. You're competing with other guys, and most of them don't have a 9-channel amp that's 200 watts, I don't think. I think they stop at 7 channels unless I'm, now I think Marantz do have one that's out there with 200 watts a channel. But most of you other ones, I don't know that they do 200 watts channel times 7 or times 9. Well, I know times 7, but times 9, times 11, and so forth and so on. So it will be good, you know, because I got these 3 amps here, and in my theater I got like 4 amps. I would like to have a, you know, 15, 14 channel, 13 channel, whatever amp with 200 watts a channel. So that's just throwing something out there. And like I said, I think the Marantz has a pretty high end amp that's 200 watts times whatever it is, 11, 14 feet. I cannot remember right off that, but I remember seeing something about that. I've had Marantz, I just never really, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. They're good, and I'm not bashing them at all. I like them. I've had a few of them. I've never had a Denon, but I like to have a Denon. Same company, whatever. But I know they do make that high end amp. But for the mainstream, I don't know if anybody does the. Well, maybe there's a couple of them out there. Anyway, I'm just saying, Outlaw. I mean, I really dig your amps. They are good quality, and they have been for years when y'all guys were making them way back in the day. But man, if you make a 11 channel, 13 channel, whatever, I think that would be cool. It would sell at 200 watts a channel. I just, you know, if you got better efficient speakers, then you don't have to have the high wattage or whatever, but I like the 200 watts a channel. I really do. That's just me. So these amps are phenomenal, guys. They really are. So yeah, that is it. So let's come back around here where my movies is at. So guys, that's my little video here talking about the unboxing, and I wish I could show you how I hooked it up. I was going to try to pull one out. It's just terrible. I was going to hook it up to the Emotiva and show you how I hooked it up, but I mean it's pretty straightforward. You take your RCA, put in RCA, flip switch to RCA, it has a switch in the back for your trigger. You have to turn it to on. If you don't turn it to on, it amp don't work. That's what I saw. I mean, because I don't use the trigger wires. So, you know, plug your RCA in, switch to RCA, put your trigger on, and wire it up, and she plays. And I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. So, definitely made my living room system that much better. That much better. So, guys, hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna be doing some more videos and testing and stuff, and we'll give you an update soon on the video. So guys, I appreciate you, and I will see you again in the next video.